Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Um, I was just being honest. I am an awful driver. I drove a.
There are pretty much three types of TikTokers. The one who will make money from posting TikTok, the ones who will post hoping they'll end up making money from posting, and then there's this last special category who will end up bringing money from home to pay for the attempt of posting a TikTok.
Why are more adult men staying at home with their parents than young women? So I was going through images around boomerang children and I noticed something. There were more daughters on show than sons. And yet the data says something very different. 23% of men in their 20s and 30s still live with their parents, and that's compared to just 15% of women. The question is, why? Some studies suggest that mothers are more likely to shower, support, financial aid, and additional cushioning to their sons than their daughters. And that's making it easier to stay at home as a son without the pressure to contribute. But actually, there's also another reason. Women now are out earning men in their 20s. And since 2022, the average young woman in the UK has had a higher income than her male counterpart. The reason for that is higher female participation in higher education, higher wages, and the decline of good, well-paid non-graduate roles. So women are moving out, maybe because they can, but also I think there's another thing here. All the women I knew when I was in my 20s were so much more focused than most of the men I knew. And that's because we knew that sort of domestic gender expectations will flood our 30s and 40s, and that the independence years really was our 20s.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. The one thing that she forgot to mention, of course, was that the study was performed on men and women aged 15 to 34. I guess no matter the age, men will still be mama's boys and women will be strong and independent. To her credit, she did posted a study showing the pay gap. Women are making 26,000 British pounds a year while men are making 24,000 pounds a year. And yet the difference is pretty much the daily Starbucks coffee. It's still a difference. Not a clear enough difference to show that women can afford rent or to buy a house at higher rates than men, but it's still a difference. And of course, there are 100 different reasons why people will move out from their parents' home. For example, that it's more likely for girls to move into their boyfriend's homes. But why not just take the nice lady's word and say, sure, women more strong and independent, while men more mama's boy?
Men will be like, oh, you're so mean. You're so mean to men. Why do you hate men? You know what being nice to a man gets you?
An engagement ring and then a wedding ring. Being you, a nose ring.
Can you please explain something to me? Are guys really that mean to each other? The other day I was walking around the mall and there was a group of 4 guys, very young dudes, maybe 19, 20, 21, 22. Very young. 4 of them. One of them says, he starts complaining about something and he says, that was so effed up that I wanted to KMS. Start complaining, just chewing about something, yeah. And his friend, the second guy, says, good, one idiot like you less. Five seconds of silence. And a third guy goes, oh, come on. I like how our friendship is like so supportive and something like this. And I was like, that's a good kid. That's a good kid. The fourth guy said nothing. He was just like, for the vibes. I don't know. Imagine saying that to your friend. Imagine saying something like that to your friend.
I don't need to imagine, I live it every day and I wouldn't change it for anything. And at the end of the day, neither with any of those 4 guys you're talking about. I don't know why it's that hard to understand, and it shouldn't be. Male friendships and women's friendships are completely different. Neither one of those 4 guys wanted to cry on each other's shoulder. That's most of the times how men communicate with each other. That doesn't mean we're not supportive towards each other, we just do it in a different way.
Our generation is actually cooked, and I had to just come to this realization earlier today because yesterday I was bringing a desk into my apartment and I thought I would make a funny video about how how I brought this desk in and no one offered to help me. So I made the caption, brought this desk in and not a single man offered to help me. Because I do believe that men are good. I do believe in chivalry, and I think that there are men out there who would see a girl struggling and want to help her, right? So I was kind of shocked that not only this experience, but in past experiences from moving in things in my apartment or doing whatever, lifting heavy things, that people just don't offer, especially men. So I made this video and I posted it just thinking like it would be relatable. No. TikTok sent it, and I'm gonna hold you real quick. TikTok took my video and just shoved it in the wrong male audience. There are comments that say like, maybe if you were in a 2 out of 10, someone would have helped you. And then another one was, why didn't you ask the bear for help? And then another one said, well, I bought ingredients for a sandwich and no woman came into the kitchen to help me. And it's like, okay, well, first of all, that's putting women in a category of all you're good for is making me food, you dumb little girl. Me asking a man to help, not even asking, you're just assuming or hoping that a man would help a girl with lifting something heavy, actually plays into their physiological design. Men literally are designed to love to help. Men's bodies are designed to be stronger than women, okay? Like, this is tapping into something that is actually, like, true, that is not insulting. Like, I think you can do it, so it would be...
There's so much wrong with this video, I don't even know where to start. So this girl makes a funny video about how she moved furniture into her house and not a single man asked to help her. And she was shocked and baffled that it totally hit the wrong side of TikTok, and not that maybe you just have a dumb opinion and you're wrong. But let's get into point number 1 for why you're wrong. She says, why don't you ask the bear for help? She makes it seem like this is a completely unreasonable comment that the commenter left, but it's absolutely true. I don't understand how girls cannot empathize with the fact that you guys keep putting rhetoric out there that you do not want to be approached, you don't want to be spoken to. You so much so don't want that to happen that you guys said you'd rather go hang out with a bear.
Yeah, men no longer care. And you might say it's sad, but it doesn't matter, it's still the truth. And the reason she thinks her video reached the wrong type of men on TikTok is because she's used to having weak men saying yes queen to every video she posts. And sure, you may say that's also sad, but it doesn't matter, that's still the truth. And if we're completely honest with each other, not even those men saying yes queen to every video she posts will hurry up to help her carry her furniture.
Stop leaving the light on. If you're the last person to leave, turn it off.
Later that night.
I can't see anything. It would help if the porch light was on.
Nothing satisfies me more than when I see a woman glowing up and just out here losing weight, skin glowing, making all the money, starting a business after she left her dusty. Like, it is chef's kiss.
Yes, it is. And I support that 100%. And probably so does every man out there that is single. You go to a bar or a club to pick up women, you're not gonna go for the queen of the couch with potato chips in her hair. Oh wait, but no, she lost weight after the breakup? Oh no. Oh no, what man will even go for a skinnier woman? What kept the queen of the couch from losing weight before the breakup? Well, that's a secret only known to women.
So my ex went on a podcast that I love, by the way, and he shared like personal information about me that he really didn't need to share. He could have easily just said like, oh, we grew apart, we grew up, it happens. But he didn't say that, and he shared what is his side of the story. However, there is always more to the story, and I find it only fair to get on here and also share some additional key details. So, yeah. First of all, I have never cheated on anyone. I feel like cheating on someone that you supposedly love and cherish is one of the most disrespectful things that you can do. So, after getting married as a literal infant, I started to like have curiosities with age about myself and blah, 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 blah. And
the video is more than 6 minutes long and she slept with women. But of course she will not cheat on her husband, cause that doesn't count, I guess. Not to mention that would be so wrong and disrespectful.
Look, I am in my prime titty years, okay? And I am not going to let anybody tell me to wear a bra. I don't even want to wear a bikini top. But you guys are so offended when you see titties that apparently we need to cover them up. If you don't even need a bra to support them, I don't need support. They are supported by themselves. Down with the bras.
Dude, I don't even know anymore. What am I supposed to say? Oh no, keep your bras on? Who's she even arguing with? Cause I know it's not me.
I'm just wondering what happened to the generation of men that wanted a cute, sweet wife waiting on them to get home from a hard day's work with dinner on the table so that they could eat as a family, cuddle up and watch a TV show before bed, and just sleep in peace. wake up, do it all again tomorrow. The guys these days are caught up in chaos. They want some crazy girl that'll obsess over them and just be crazy over nothing, but they don't want the sweet, innocent, nice ones anymore. Is there anybody from that generation left, or am I just out of luck?
Not really sure which generation you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure that generation never existed. How are you gonna say what happened with this generation of men that no longer want an innocent girl when you're talking about yourself? That $4.99 a month price tag doesn't come with innocence. Not when I can see your soul from your other hole.
Doing my skincare, but with a black eye.
I don't think she's a good listener. Anyways, if you're looking...
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.